Okay.
Hello there, and welcome to the Earthbound / Mother 3 bracket, which I'm probably not the most qualified person to talk about. But anyway, let's, before we start, I want to give a little disclaimer. I haven't actually played Mother 3 or Earthbound. I've seen playthroughs of the game, and I've also seen like an expert almost. I mean, he's played the games, he's very familiar with the characters and such. But I haven't exactly played the game, so all the information is probably not the best, but I'm gonna try and do my best, so yeah. And there is more of a clear, distinct winner, a little bit, based on what I've heard and seen. So, yeah, that's my disclaimer. And I also want to talk a little bit about the series in general, because, the Mother series is funky. The Mother / Earthbound series are very quirky in the ways they work. It's one of the probably most unique RPGs out there, honestly. I mean, you fight trees, the story is funky, some of the, I can't remember if this is Earthbound or Mother 3, but it's on a music-based system, where it's like rhythm tied, and then like, when they attack, it'll be like guitar noises or ukulele noises or something like that. Also with Earthbound, it's kind of more of an adult thing, honestly. Ness gets beaten by police officers. Lucas gets like physically abused a lot. There's also some nudity towards the end in the Japanese versions. And it's kind of just like a sad kind of story almost. With that being said, Earthbound is quirky, so is Mother 3. Haven't played Mother 3 or Earthbound. Did my research though. Keep that in mind. So, with that being said, let's start off with the original PK Kid, PSI Kid, Ness. The first PK Kid to appear in Smash Bros. Is Ness. Ness uses PSI, or PK abilities, or psychic powers, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you live, it could change. Localization. Okay. Anyway, Ness is honestly probably in the top half of like strong characters. Just cause, well, this kid is impressive. He has defeated countless zombies in his games. He never actually learned PK Starstorm. It's actually a Pooh only move. And yes, there's a character named Pooh. He's like a martial artist, like, Earthbound is kind of funky. And that's why I like it. He likes baseball. He has a bat in his moveset for Smash. And in the Earthbound games, he's known to like baseball. Because at the time, Japan, likes baseball. It's kind of an American sport, but people in Japan also like it too. Other than baseball, his name is actually an anagram for the SNES. If you rearrange the letters, that means it'll be from SNES to NES. That's kind of cool, honestly. Kind of stopped Gygas. This is kind of gonna be controversial, but he didn't exactly really stop Gygas. It was more of Paula and her willingness to get the world to kneel down and pray, and they're like, well, what about Gygas gone? Let's all get down together and pray. And that's kind of what happened. But Ness gets credited with stopping Gygas. And that doesn't mean, I mean, Gygas is kind of a scary being, honestly. Like, he's kind of like, he's actually like credited as the scariest boss battle of all time, or within the top 3 at least. This thing is nasty. Ugh. It's like a fetus almost. Nasty. He has the Sound Stone, which increases his power and abilities. He also wears the Franklin badge, which actually reflects lightning attacks. So, like, PK lightning can be deflected. So, he's also telepathic because he has his PSI psychic abilities. He defeats Starman on a regular basis, as well as a bunch of other weird things, like, trying to think of something from the games. Like, Mr. Saturn's not really that bad of a deal, but, I mean, he could beat up Mr. Saturn. Or pretty much a lot of stuff. With PK abilities, he's honestly just out there. He's really good at this PK stuff. He's eliminated all evil from his heart in order to defeat Gygus, because only a pure-hearted soul can defeat Gygus. He has an awful lot of confidence. He's really, really confident in, like, all aspects of his life, almost. He always goes into something and he's like, I'm confident. I'm confident, yo. He is actually overweight. And he's the only character in Earthbound to not, like, run. Unless he has, like, a sandwich on him. I don't know. Earthbound is a funky series. It's kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's kind of funky, but once you get into it, it's really fun. He can use PK Rocking. That is Rockin'. Which is it's pretty much like his most powerful PK attack. Because he doesn't actually use PK Starstorm. That is a Pooh-only related move. That's not his only PK attack that he can have. But it's kind of like his best. I'm going to talk about poor Lucas. Poor Lucas. Oh gosh. Alright. PK Teleport. Lucas is, a scaredy cat, personality-wise. I mean, that's not the only thing he does. But he's also had a lot of tragedy and sorrow in his life. Pretty much all of his family died within his game. He has a brother, a dog, a mom, and a dad. I'm pretty sure they all die by the end of the game. Although the end of the game is like this. Spoiler alert, this is the end of Mother 3. And since Mother 3 was never localized in the United States, I'm going off of the wiki, because all of the game tutorials I saw, and playthroughs I also saw, were in Japanese, or German, so, like, I don't understand either of those languages, so I'm in the dark about that. Anyway, he's very gentle, he's kind of a crybaby. He, between Ness and Lucas, Ness definitely has a ton more confidence than Lucas does. But Lucas is kind of just like this sad little kid that you just kind of want to hug. He has the ability of Love PSI, which is the equivalent of PK Starstorm or PK Rocket or PK Freeze. It's really powerful, honestly. And in Mother 3, Lucas goes around the town, and he's awakening these needles to awaken a dragon underneath Nowhere Island. So, it's kind of... it's not just defeating Gygus, but, I mean, that's still pretty impressive. He has a shield, he has a counter, he has both PSI-wise, shield and counter. And he has a couple other PSI abilities, but they're kind of just wimpy, kind of. I mean, it just kind of depends. But, he can use PK Flash, and he also uses a lot of, like, sticks in his, moveset, in Smash and outside of Smash. It's kind of like Ness and his baseball bat. But, he also does like baseball, actually. He awoke the 7 needles to wake up the dragon. But dude, Lucas has a sad story. It's really sad. Mother 3 is pretty graphic, as is, with all the pig mask face people, and he loses his family, and the actual way he attains PK Love is someone took his head, shoved him underwater, and until he got PK Love. I mean, that's like sad. That is sad. But PK Love is one of the best PK abilities you can have. And I'm pretty sure it's only specific to Mother 3. I might be wrong on this. I might be wrong on a lot of things in this episode, just because I haven't officially played Earthbound or Mother 3. I've watched gameplay. And I talked with a specialist, so. Also within his games, he has a rhythm thing, where it's like, you have to keep the rhythm and the pace in order for your attacks to do a lot of damage. There's also like a musical-based system for one of the games. Okay. He gets abused quite frequently in his games, which kind of makes him like even more scared, I guess. Like I said, Mother 3 is extremely graphic, and it's really scary. He's very quiet and shy. He can use PK Flash, and he does have a Franklin badge, which means he's immune to electric attacks. And he awoke the dragon with the 7 needles from nowhere. Nowhere being the place where he lives. Nowhere Island. Fun fact about Lucas, he was actually meant to replace Ness in Melee, but due to his game only being Japanese exclusive and never localized in the United States, they thought, nah, let's just go with Ness. He's pretty cool and people like him. So they put him in Brawl, just cause. And, like, overall, the Earthbound/Mother series is kind of, like, I don't know, left in the dust, like a lot of Nintendo properties today. Like Metroid, and F-Zero, Star Fox, a lot of the original 12, honestly, don't even have any more games coming out. Or their last game came out, like, 10 years ago. But Earthbound and Mother, they're pretty interesting. But which of the 2 PK boys is the best PK boy? Let's find out. When it comes to which PK /PSI user is better one, that title gets to go to Ness just because it's, yeah, just because, Lucas is a lot less, for one, Lucas is a lot less confident than Ness is. Also, Ness has a wider range of, like, better PSI abilities. It's complicated. But anyway, Ness is gonna be the better PK user. Also, because he defeated Gygus? I mean, he didn't exactly defeat Gygus, but he did turn into a robot to go into the past to beat Gygus. He's also one of the chosen ones. And he does have a large amount of confidence. That confidence is pretty much what would probably be the better thing for him. Honestly, Lucas is kind of like more shy, more reserved as a character. He does get abused a lot, and he does have a lot of sadness in his life. And honestly, with his big, strong attack being PK Love, it's kind of not exactly gonna match up to whatever Ness can throw at him. And also, Lucas does his journey pretty much alone, I'm mostly sure. I think the only other person that he has his journey with is his dog. But, Ness does have a sense of teamwork and friendship and such. And he's just a better user of PK attacks and such. And also because he defeated Gygus. Not really defeated Gygus. Gonna get so much controversy. That's the reason why. Because the most impressive thing Lucas did was go wake up some needles to wake up a dragon to save the world. Well, Ness over here actually like tried to beat Gygus. Ness is gonna be moving along. If there's anything wrong that I did with this episode, please let me know. I haven't actually played the Mother 3 or Earthbound game. So if there's an Earthbound fan out there, or Mother fan who knows more than I do, I would gladly collaborate with you. Just saying. So anyway, we're talking about Fire Emblem. Yay, Fire Emblem. But it's actually not too bad.